Deion Sanders isn't hard to find, but Cormani McClain is. After a weekend of not knowing his location, the interneted, and we found Cormani McClain in Boulder. We're going to bring on national recruiting analyst Sam Spiegelman to the show. Sam, it's going to be me and you on this thing. We're just going to run the two-man weave. No Chad Simmons today. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what happened over the weekend. Cormani McClain ends up revealing himself, I should say, in Boulder, Colorado on Sunday, but there was speculation on Friday and Saturday of exactly where he was or what he was doing. Were you surprised to see Cormani McClain in Boulder, Colorado with Deion Sanders?
I'm not surprised to hear anything about Cormani McClain at this point. He has become kind of the focal point of this 2023 class of what's remaining, what's still unsigned at this point. And we know that it's gone back and forth. There's 1 minute there's confidence on the Miami side, and 1 minute it is complete, madness, as in no one knows what's going on. It seems like this relationship is tumultuous rather. We've reported on this show that at one point it looked like he was not going to sign with Miami. That has changed. They showed up at the school. He wasn't there. He's traveling to Boulder. I think now that this visit is in place, you can officially consider Colorado a team to beat, the team to beat. At the moment, it doesn't look like Miami is still in this. Now, obviously, there's still time before the second signing period. But right now, you have to give credit to Deion for finally getting Cormani on campus. Like you said, it's not hard to find Deion, but it is hard to find Cormani. He ended up in Boulder, and that's one step in the right direction for these Buffs trying to land one of the best cornerbacks in the country.
All right. Now's a good time to review how we got here with Cormani McClain. So everybody remembers his big commitment was set for October 27th when he pledged to Miami. It was a big shocker because everybody thought the Lakeland product was going to end up at the University of Florida. He picks Miami on October 27th. Everything seems on the up and up. There wasn't a lot of concern whether or not he was going to actually sign with Miami. So the day before the signing day ceremony on the early period, his mother tweets that he will be having a ceremony at Lakeland High School. About 12 hours later, the next morning, his mom gets on Twitter again to let everybody know that signing ceremony is canceled. There is no word of a postponement date, of a makeup date for the signing ceremony. He waits until the early period is over to not sign. So there was no signing that took place. Cormani took his recruitment into the month of January, where he said at the January 2nd Under Armour game that he planned to sign. We don't exactly know what he wanted to sign on January 15th, but he announced on the sidelines of that game that he was going to sign on January 15th. Well, that leads us to today. Sam, it's January 16th. What happened yesterday on January 15th?
It looked like he was having a great time in Boulder, Colorado. Like you said, I don't know what he's signing. If he wanted to make an announcement on the 15th, well, he was in Colorado when he did that. If he was serious about Miami, he's an in-state kid. Mario Cristobal would have had him on campus over the weekend. This was obviously the first weekend where kids 23, 2024 started to visit schools. And this, Josh, it always says a lot. The first weekend that they can go visit schools, it reflects who they've been talking to, who has been working the hardest to get them to campus when it's allowed. And for him to show up at Colorado after all this speculation, all this back and forth reporting out of the University of Miami, I think all signs point to him not signing with the Hurricanes. And now we're on Cormani's timeline, which, between now and February 1st, you tell me, Cormani.
Yeah. And that's kind of how we got here. But even pushing it further back, last Friday, there was a bit of confusion. On Kane Sport, Matt Shadell reported that the Miami coaching staff, the defensive side of the ball, drove to Lakeland, Florida to go see Cormani McClain at school now that the contact period is reopened. That was on Friday. Well, guess what? The defensive staff got there, and Cormani was nowhere to be found. He was actually on his way to Colorado. That's what we found out a couple days later. But it tells me one big thing. Cormani McClain and Miami are not communicating. The staff's not going to show up at your school if they know that you're not there. They had no idea he wasn't there. So to me, it shows that we're going to take this thing into January. He has 3 more official visits that he's able to take. But like you said, I think this thing's shaping up to a 2-team race. Either one, he sticks to his commitment and signs with Miami, or I think Colorado has a good shot to steal him away. So we'll see how this transpires. But bottom line, he signed nothing on January 15th. So we look to the February 1st signing date as the next possible significant date in his recruitment, unless, of course, he sets another official visit.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. And remember to check out all the videos on the On3 YouTube page.